Hello everyone, welcome to SQL Dive. In our previous session, we have learned about what is structured query language or what is data and definition of database, some of the key points related to SQL and some of the topics which I am going to teach you in the further upcoming sessions also. If you haven't already watched my video, I have shared my link in the description box. Please do watch my first video also on the introduction of SQL. So this was the recap of our previous session, and in today's session I'm going to teach you about types of SQL. I'm going to define each and every type of SQL with a brief description of it. So there are four types of SQLs: data definition language, data manipulation language, data control language, transaction control language. Each four of this I will be deeply explaining you one by one. So starting with data definition language. So in data definition language there is four commands: create, alter, drop, truncate. Starting with data definition language, as I have told you, SQL deal with only the structured data. What is structured data? The data which is in the form of tables and relations, right? As we are saving this data in the form of tables, right, in the structured format, how we are going to retrieve it, right? For example, when we are sending something as a courier, we need, first of all, what do we need to courier something, right? We need a box, right? As such, in SQL also, we are dealing with a complete box, which this box which we are dealing with is your SQL and is in the form of table. In order to retrieve that box, or in order to retrieve that table, we need certain commands such as create, alter, drop and truncate. The outer part of the box, the outer structure of the table, comes under your data definition language. How do we start making a table? First of all, we'll start making a table when we try to create the table, right? First of all, we need to create the table, right? And the next step will be altering the table. Altering the table in the sense, in the form of changes in the form of any kind. It can be in the change in your data type, change in the name of the column, any type. I will be I will be uploading the videos separately on alter, drop, truncate, because it is very important in the competitive exam also, and in the exam point of view also, and even in the interview based questions, right? So I will be uploading separate videos on what is alter, what is the difference between alter, drop, truncate. Okay, please do watch. Drop is something when you delete in the structure. What I am trying to say is, in the outer part only, we are dealing just in the outer part only in this data definition language. So starting this table with data definition language, because we are dealing with the outer part of the box. Okay, so this drop means drop in the structure of the table. Okay, truncate will be the structural changes, any kind of structural changes, changes in the structure. Okay, truncate is the changes in the structure. Drop is a deleting the structure. Truncate is the changes in the structure. Okay, and one more part will be, one more command will be your rename. Rename command, whenever we use this rename command, we'll use this in the form of renaming any kind of renaming. We'll get to know rename means you're changing the name of any kind of column, any kind of your table name. As such, we are dealing only with the outer part now, right, in the data definition language. Now coming to your data manipulation language. So as we have taken a box, right, taken a box to create the data, right, as we have created the data by using data definition language, now it's time to fill the box, right. Fill the box means fill the table, fill the data, fill the data or schema, fill your schema with your schema is what? Schema is your table. Now it's time to fill the schema, the data of your table, like by selecting selecting and inserting the data, updating the data in that table, and deleting the data. All this will be managed by your data manipulation language, or DML or DDL. These two languages, these two types are very important as of your as your SQL point of view, right? The other type is your data control language, right? For example, in the company, the data will be centralized, and the other persons in the company, or executives or working members, will fetch the data, right? The only the authorized person will have the controlling power or authorization on the data. Privileges, certain, they will set some kind of privileges to the company, right? Those privileges I will be giving to the certain employees, selected employees only, whether they can create the data, altering the data, dropping the data, truncate the data, selecting the data, inserting, updating the data. So I will be giving the permission. I will be granting that permission. Or otherwise, if I feel like, if I feel like taking that authorization back to me, I will use the command like revoke. The last one is your transaction control language. In this type of SQL command is used for only in the transactions. Whenever nowadays we are paying the bills, everything we are doing online, right? So in order to commit any kind of transaction, if we have paid the bill, whether we have paid the bill, we have completed the transaction, means we use commit. Otherwise, if the transaction is failed one, whether we can start it from, like, whenever we download something, a kind of buffering take place, right? Buffering, those bufferings, when download fails, it will it will get deleted, or otherwise it will start downloading from 90%, or else it will start from the starting point, right? Downloading. So whether to roll back in that situation, or to whether we can roll back or not, that is your transaction control language. This we are going to learn about the asset properties of some of the transaction control language we can see in this. So this ends our session. I will be uploading the videos on insert, update, drop and truncate. These videos I will be uploading on the next upcoming sessions. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channels, support me. Thank you very much.